If you had a chance to change one thing in Suriname, what will it be?
If I had a chance to change one thing, it would be the way our leadership is thinking. You know, you need to be forward-looking. You need to look, see a few generations further. When you stand here today, you should want to know what will it be in 50, in 60, in 100 years when I am not here again. And that is the way leaders should view things. Not the next election, but the next 3 or 4 generations. Where do you want to stand?
Why do I feel like we have the same problems?
I'm Linus Tico, and I am the manager of Bonanza Agro. Bonanza is a farming company. We have 2 farms in Brokopondo, 1 packing house in Brokopondo, and a packing house in Paramaribo. We farm, we grow the different vegetables that occur in Suriname.
What does agriculture mean to you?
It means a lot. Farming is the future. The land is there. Actually, you don't have to do anything else than use this to grow. Farming will help us poor people to get out of poverty. People needs to eat, and people will be eating for the next 100, 200, 300 years. For the foreseeable future, for the next 1,000 years, I don't think that a human will be able to eat only once a month. The gold will be gone in 10, 20 years.
Diamonds,
Diamonds,
the bauxite.
right, but the soil will still be there. Recover the money from there, earn the money from there, invest them herein. And for generation on generation on generation, you know, you, your kids, your grandchildren, your community will be benefiting from it. So it's really the future. Agriculture is the future.
Growing up in Africa, our parents used to do a lot of is it called
Subsistence.
is it subsistent farming?
You're right, right.
And I wanted to know, is it the same thing in here?
It's exactly the same thing. You know, on the road to here, you saw a lot of burning open spaces, maybe 10 by 10 or something like that. That's exactly what we are doing around here. It is not common that you will find a farm like this in the interior.
And we were made to believe that farming is for poor people. You gotta be poor to be a farmer.
Well, in Suriname, that's not the belief that there is. Because if you look at the ethnical groups in Suriname, you look at the people from India, they are the biggest farmer in the country, and they were able to generate wealth with that. So if you look in a multicultural, multi-ethnic country like Suriname, and you will have bad and you will have good examples. You look at the good example of the other ethnical group, then you would say, follow what those from India are doing with agriculture, because it has shown that it can get you way out of poverty also, besides education, of course.
What really inspired you to venture into agriculture?
I see it as a way of generational wealth creation. Let me say it like that. Generational wealth creation. I want to leave something substantial behind for my kids.
How long have you been running this farm?
Say since 2015. We started with watermelon. I had, I think, one of the biggest watermelon harvests in this country, for sure, for this region.
Wow.
And then from there on, I believe mid 2018, we start delivering to the mine, Roosevelt gold mine, until now.
I want you to tell me more about yourself. Were you born and raised in Suriname?
I was born and raised specifically in this area where we are. The village of Asigrong is just walking distance from this farm.
Oh, okay.
And that's my father's village. Yeah, since my 7th year, I have been here with my grandmother. As I said, this is my late grandmother's house. I have been sleeping in this house. She has this, I think, since the late 78. This is her place, and my father's is just over there. We just passed it. This is the village where I grew up. Basic education I did here until I was about 13. Then moved to Paramaribo.
Like you moved to Paramaribo?
Yeah.
You ever left the country?
I left the country when I finished my bachelor. I studied geology. When I finished my bachelor in geology in 1993, I left for Belgium to do a master in soil science. That was between 1993 and 1995. And then from 1998 to 2004, I was in a kind of a centuries program with another Belgian university, the University of Leuven. And I got my PhD in 2004 in science.
And after PhD in science, you decided to become a farmer?
Not yet. I started working. I've worked for about 7 years, from 2003 up till 2010 for Newmont. Newmont has a mine in the eastern part of Suriname, in the Pamaka area. But before that, between 1998 and 2003, 2004, I was a teacher at the university. So after 2010, I went into politics for about 1.5 years. Then stay low between 2012 and 2015. Took those years just to rest and to work out this concept.
You left politics now?
Yeah.
And now you're a farmer?
Farmer, far better thing to do than...
Why do you say so?
It's quite satisfactory to do that. Maybe politics is not for somebody like me, kind of with the background, the educational background I have, the work experience that I have. I believe I do things differently than they do it in politics. I don't have that patience.
Wow. What crops have you been growing in here?
We have been growing a lot of crops here, but after we had a big flood in 2002, this area was underwater for between 3 and 6 months. So everything was wiped out. You know, the location where we stand now,
yeah,
the water would be above us. So we have taken the rest of 2022, say starting from September, just to recover.
During the dam spillage, this whole place flooded.
This whole place flooded. If you look on the roof, you see that dirt mark there?
Yeah.
That was where the water came.
Oh my goodness, the whole...
Here you can, so this building was completely underwater. And if you look at that building where the office used to be, you see it on top there.
Yeah. So the whole place
was just underwater. So you could just come with a small boat here. Like we are standing now, you would be underwater.
You'd be inside the water?
Yeah, right.
Is it like, was this planted before the...
This is after, but this was full with plantain. The other side was all full with plantain. You know, after the flooding, when you came here, there's no sign of a plantain ever being here.
We're so sorry.
Don't be. It's a way of living. I mean, there's yeah. Wow. And currently now we have here the bitter melon that you see here. We have some cucumbers and we have string beans. The idea is just to keep this area for bitter melon and for
Cucumbers?
no, not cucumbers, the string beans.
Okay.
We will have some pepper down here, but then that will be it. Because of this 20 hectares, we can use effectively 8 hectares that is higher lying, but the other 12 hectares we believe is too prone to maybe flooding or that kind of stuff. So we will kind of for now disregard that 12 hectare. All the posts that you are seeing, about 10 hectares of posts, we will take out for sure. Maybe 3 hectares of these posts we will take out and move them to the other farm.
So you're moving from here to another farm?
To the higher laying farm that we have no flooding, but then you need to irrigate.
How do you irrigate this place? Oh, you have
from the Suriname River.
There's a Suriname River right here.
There's a pump there, a 4-cylinder Dutch diesel pump.
Okay.
That's irrigating here.
But is that not expensive for the?
It is expensive. You need for that machine an investment on the machine alone of around $10,000 But then we haven't talked about the piping, the sprinklers, and that kind of stuff. This is really one of the reasons why we just can't live here as it is. People will say, but you have been flooded here, what are you doing? We try to salvage as much as possible without needing to put down money again. So the money will be in the seeds and the labor that goes in here, but believe me, when the floods come again, you won't be losing that much.
How did the flood affected your business?
Very negatively. Very, very negative. Look, at the beginning of 2022, we were able from our own production to deliver out of our own production between 40 and 55%, let's say 60% of what was needed to Roosevelt. After the flooding, we dropped to 0% from own production. We'll have to buy to deliver to them and then slowly moving up. Now I think that we are maybe around 10%. So really, all that we have built up between 2018 to 2022 was just wiped out. But as you said earlier, that's the life of the farmer, and actually that's the life of when you are doing business.
Do you have a ready market for the produce?
Oh yeah, sure. The ready market is Roosevelt gold mines, the mine.
Oh.
There's the ready market, and then when we have overproduction, it goes to second parties.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
Do you add value to the produce that comes from the farm?
Minimal. By, for example, string bean, in the past we would clean it, cut it up, and pack it. But right now it's just the cleaning and packaging without adding extra value. So that was the idea here.
Oh, to clean the...
Yeah, so the stuff would come from the field. It would be cleaned here and then packed and into the truck for transport to Paramaribo.
I really want to know about this bitter melon. Because
this guy can reach 1 kilogram.
1 kilogram?
Yes. The thing of it is to harvest it, it should not be done in the hot sun because it gets soft. And when it gets soft, you have to wait till everything cools down. It might be up to 10 o'clock in the evening before you can pick it again. So when they harvest it, they do it early in the morning. Look at this.
Oh. How profitable it is?
I can tell you that agriculture can be very profitable. And Of course, I love it, but you cannot live out of loving it alone. It should be profitable, and it is profitable. Do it in the correct way, and you can make a good living out of it.
Are you making a good living out of it at the moment?
Oh yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Will you encourage young people to go into farming?
I would encourage young people, especially in the interior, to go into farming. As I said already, education and farming. The land is there, the market is there. Hey, just do it.
Is there any incentives to support young farmers in the country?
That's a little bit hard. You have to look for it. But you know, in Brokopondo,
Yeah.
there are incentives in the form of funds. We have two very good funds here, all originating from the mine. The CMF funds and the Roosevelt Community Fund. Just write down the project. And as we are speaking, the CMF funds, one of the funds that originates from the mine, is providing small agriculturists with a 5,000 US dollar grant to start. And 5,000 is a lot because you can purchase the walking tractor, you can purchase a motor spray, brush cutter. Actually, the basic machinery you can purchase out of that money.
So currently you're not exporting your product out of the country?
No, in the past, because of the drop in production, but in the past, we kind of have a component in the export. You know, we have something here in Suriname that you have traders who buy the product and bring them to French Guiana. So to those middlemen, we normally sell.
How many people have you employed so far?
At this heyday, we had about 50, but currently we have 3 teams of 5. We are now at roughly 30. Roughly 30. But for the farm to be on top production, I need like double of that.
What is preventing you from that?
The one thing is the investment, because after what we lost here is just starting from scratch, and actually we want to expand based on the production that we get here. The more we are producing, benefits are coming in, we are going to expand bit by bit, and with this expansion of area means that we'll need to hire extra people in.
Did you ever cry when the flood happened?
You know,
they said men don't cry,
yeah,
but
right.
I just wondered, did you cry?
Right, they say men don't cry. No, I haven't cried because, as I told you, I'm 58 years old. I have seen a lot. So you become, however, quite, how do you say it? Not still, you speechless, let me say that.
Yeah.
You look at it and then it flashes into your head of, am I going to recover from this? Because all your savings is in here. But then you realize that you are alive and healthy. And you know, as long as you are alive and healthy, man, you can do whatever you want.
Your story really represents never give up.
That's right, you can't.
Because it happened to you in 2022.
Right.
And you're still standing stronger and better. And I don't see any effect of this flooding on your face.
Nah. Maybe in my pocket, but
So, but how do you feel anytime you walk into the farm?
look, like now, since a month ago, we see things are starting to change, and it makes you happy. You come and say, okay, now we are moving forward. You know for sure that we will move forward. You know that. So when you come, you see this, you know. For example, the ladies that are working here, what they have to do every day is make sure, nothing else, that this guy doesn't go there, but that he goes correctly over there, and that he keep on following this. That's what they have to do. Get them there. So when you come, you look at it. This is a young crop, like it is, and you see that okay, no pests, no illnesses. It makes you happy inside to see it, and you start to see your profit coming. Exactly. Especially that.
Exactly. So this is like your nursery room.
Yeah, this is my nursery. And
what crop is this?
This is cabbage.
Oh, a cabbage.
Yeah.
Jeez. Which cabbage is this?
This is the normal.
The normal cabbage.
The normal cabbage.
God, I've never seen a normal cabbage like this. Then I need to ask you this question because I've spoken to a lot of Surinamese, because when I was coming in here, I was told that it's so hot in the country, and I'm like, you know what, I'm from Ghana.
What is hot?
How? I mean, what is this kind of heat? Right. But as I go here, I feel like the sun lives in Suriname. How is that affecting your production?
You know, we are just coming at the end of the long dry season, and man, it can be hot. In the long dry season, you need irrigation, otherwise you cannot grow any crop. And with the fuel prices, I think that the best strategy is to keep a small area and do that good, because you will not be able to expand. So on the amount of production, believe me, I think that if you were doing like X tonnage a week, you will go to maybe a tenth of that per week. But on the other side, what happened is that because of this, the prices tripled and quadrupled in the dry season. Yes.
Does that make you more money?
Yeah, if you can time it correctly, that is the time. That's the moment when the farmer can make money, but then you should be well prepared.
This is the new farm or old farm? Because you wanted to take us to another farm, right?
Yeah, this is really the old farm. We started back here in 2015 with only watermelon, about I think 10 hectares. 10 hectares would be like 40 acres. So, and it was a huge production. But then we got the opportunity to move down to the farm where we came from, because the mine company had already some irrigation installation there, and they asked us to take it over. So we took it over in 2017. What happened is that we moved all our investments to
that side,
and we abandoned this, only doing rain-fed watermelon on it. And then came to
2022. You have to come back.
And we have to run like, I don't know what, to get back here.
Would you say that's one of the biggest mistakes that you've made during your journey through farming?
Yeah, yes and no, because at the moment, it looks like the most logical choice to make. We hadn't experienced something like that at that magnitude ever here. So it looks like a very safe choice at that moment. But I think that the mistake was in not continuing to invest in here. I think that was the mistake.
Do you think there are opportunities in Suriname?
Oh, a lot of opportunities. To my Ghanaian friends and African friends, hey, there's a lot of opportunity here. This country is a huge country for the population that is in it. Suriname would be like a small town in Ghana. 500, 600,000 people. I mean, that is what, a small town in Ghana or a few villages together, you see, with an enormous amount of land to be taken care of. And if you look at the near future with the oil and gas coming up, man, there's a lot of opportunity. Opportunity for those who are in the country, and opportunities for people who want to come and help build the country. Sure.
If you had a chance to change one thing in Suriname, what will it be?
If I had a chance to change one thing, it would be the way our leadership is thinking. You know, you need to be forward-looking. You need to look, see a few generations further. When you stand here today, you should want to know what will it be in 50, in 60, in 100 years when I am not here again. As the famous Chinese philosopher, what is his name again? He said once, look, if you are thinking in terms of a year, grow rice. In 1 year times you will have enough. If you are thinking in terms of 10 years, grow trees. In 10 years they will be ready to be harvested. But you know, if you are thinking in terms of generations, send the kids to school, educate them. And that is the way leaders should view things. Not the next election, but the next 3 or 4 generations. Where do you want to stand?
What you're trying to say is like you don't have visionary leaders.
Right, we don't have. We don't have. Unfortunately, we don't have. We don't have. I mean, visionary leaders, then you should look what these guys of Singapore were able to do. Man, within 30, 40 years, come on. Come on. This is possible. It is possible. You see?
Thank you so much for talking to me.
Hey,
I really
man,
appreciate your time.
You also, we thank you very much. A very inspiring young man. Hey, keep it up. We black people, let me put it that way, we are looking really to you. Old, young, an old guy as me myself. Man, I appreciate what you are doing.
Thank you.